Okay, once again, good evening for the students here and good morning for Rodolfo in Chile, in Santiago de Chile. And this is our 12th meeting in our class, Cross-Cultural Understanding class. This is the name of our course. And our topic for today is we are focusing in work values in Chile. Yeah. But Rodolfo, I think Mr. Rodolfo will start his presentation. I think this. Yeah, okay, you can share your screen, Rodolfo.
Okay, wait a minute. Yes. Are you watching my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen very clearly.
Okay. So wait a minute. Okay. Yes, so you're watching my screen, isn't it? Yes, great. So good morning for you. Sorry, good morning for me. And good evening for you, because in Santiago de Chile it's now 7:30 in the morning. You are living in the afternoon. So as told Pepe, you are living in the future. I am living in the past. Yes, that's amazing, because now
11 hours.
11 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible. So you are living in the other part of the world. I am living in another part. I think that you are in summer. I'm right?
Yes, it is summer now. No, we don't have summer, but we have just with rainy season and dry season. This is the dry season here now.
Okay, so yes, so we are in autumn, still in autumn. Yes, we are waiting for the winter, and the days are so cold here. And apart from that, so not a lot of rain, but the cold days, very cold days. So that is amazing. Yes, because we are living in another part of the world. So that's the idea: join people, join experiences, join different cultures. So I am going to start my presentation. My name is Rodolfo Gonzalez. I am an English teacher. I work in a school called San Nicolás Diácono. This is in the capital of Santiago. Santiago is the capital city of Chile. Chile is a country with about 20 million people. That's the people in my country. But Santiago has about 8 million people. As you know, Santiago is a very big city, 8 million people. And that's my city. My city is located in South America, near the mountain. And this is the topic that I am going to talk about today. So as I told you before, I live in South America. This is South America space. Yes, South America is a very big continent, and with a lot of variety of things. Yes, you can find different animals, you can find different people. Obviously, the landscapes are so beautiful and incredible. So in South America, you can find a lot of countries. We are 13 countries. So the biggest countries is Brazil in the Atlantic. Then you can find Argentina in the south, next to Argentina, Chile. As you see in the map, Chile is a very long and skinny country. Yes, from north to south. Here you can find my topic for today. My topic is the Andes Mountain. Yes, the Andes Mountain is some people consider the longest mountain in the world. So as you know, these are the flags of the countries in my continent. And here, yes, here you can find the beautiful Andes Mountain. The Andes Mountain is a mountain range with about 7,000 kilometers, and it crosses 7 different countries. So it crossed Argentina, Chile, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela. So as you see, is a very, very, very long mountain and with a lot of different things in this beautiful landscape in South America. So why the Andes Mountain is so important for our people? I mean, people in Chile, or I mean, people in South America. Because here in this continent, long time ago, lived a very special culture and very special people called Inca. Yes. Yes.
It's okay, Rodolfo, you can go on. I think it is the some student unmute themselves. Okay, it's okay.
No, no worries.
Okay.
So Incas was a very important people in South America because they have an empire. Yes, like similar in Mexico with the Mayas and the Aztecs. So here in South America we have the Incas. They settle in Peru, mostly in Peru, but they spread around South America. And why the Andes Mountain was so important for those people, especially because the god was the sun. So if we were in the mountain, they considered that they were close to the sun. So for that reason, the Andes Mountain was so important for them, because if they were in the Andes Mountain, they considered that they were next to the sun, so very close to the sun. So especially the sun was a very special god for them, and it's called Inti. So for that reason, the mountain was relevant for this culture long time ago. Now, the mountain is important for our people. I'm talking about the present now. I'm talking about these days, because the mountain has a lot of minerals. It has a lot of metals, beautiful metals. For example, you can find gold, you can find copper, you can find even lithium. Yes, lithium now is a very, very important mineral for today. So in Chile, especially in Chile, Chile is very important, the mining companies, because you can find copper here, and the money that Chile has in the government, it comes from the copper. So Chile is a country that the mining is the most important activity. Yes, and obviously you can find this copper in the mountain. Yes, in the Andes mountain, you can find all of these elements for our people. So one important thing today is lithium. Lithium today is a new metal, because it's important, because this is lithium. Yes, it's a new element. It's very modern, because lithium, you can use lithium for the smartphone batteries. Yes, so if you see your smartphone, yes, here is my smartphone. All the smartphone works with lithium. So thanks to the Andes Mountain, we have a very big reserve of lithium. Yes, as you see, look at this graphic. You can find Chile in the second place in the world according to the lithium production. So Chile is very important in this. If you consider the production all over the world. So even Argentina, you can see Argentina in the fourth place. So thanks to the Andes Mountain, we can find a very, very big reserves of lithium in Chile, and this is good for our people, because if you know, if we have this metal, we have more money, we have more things to do. So it's important for today. here is another important things according to the Andes Mountain, because in the Andes Mountain you can find lots of national parks. National parks in Chile, national parks in Argentina, in Brazil, in Peru, and everything related with the Andes Mountain, because the Andes Mountain is a very beautiful place to visit. Yes, so you can find different things to do there. So here, for example, is the highest mount in the Andes Mountain. The highest mount is about nearly 7,000 meters high, and is located in Argentina. This is called Monte Aconcagua. That's the name in Spanish. Yes, so the name in English is Aconcagua Mount or Aconcagua Mountain. Yes, this is located in Argentina. It's a very beautiful place to visit. Yes, so the Aconcagua even is, you can see Aconcagua from my house. Yes, I live in Santiago, and I see, for example, the mountain. I can see that mountain from my house, from my apartment. So beautiful. There are many activities there. There are some people that practice trekking. They practice climbing mountains. So beautiful place to visit. So remember that the first highest mountain in the world is the Everest. The Everest is the highest. And I'm not sure, but I think that the Aconcagua is in the third place, because there is one more higher than the Aconcagua, but I think that is in Australia. So I think that is the Everest, then another in another part of the world, and in the third place is the Aconcagua, so in the Andes Mountain. So according to national parks, Chile has one of a very beautiful landscape that is called Torres del Paine. This is part of the Andes Mountain. It's a very beautiful place to visit. It's so beautiful. You can find different scenes, sceneries. So the only problem that is a little bit cold. Yes, because in the southernmost part in South America, yes, it's nearly to Antarctica. Yes, so this is the one problem, but the rest is just incredible. There are some animals there. There are some rivers, lakes, and this is called Torres del Paine. And Torres del Paine is, sorry, I am going to back yes. So can you see my course here? Yes, this is in this part of the continent, in the south. Yes, in the south of this part, you can find the Torres del Paine, a very beautiful place to visit. Then the Andes Mountain is important because you can practice a lot of sports there. For example, some of them snowboarding, skiing, and lots of relating with the snow. Even you can make your own snowman if you want it. Yes, you can play with the snow. So you can find different activities there. So here in my house, let me see, I live about 1 hour driving from my house to get to the mountain. I can practice ski. I am not good at skiing, definitely not. Yes, I am bad at skiing. But anyway, I like to be in the mountain. I like to be playing with the snow. It's good. So that picture is not me. Definitely, it's not me in that picture. Yes. So, and obviously there are lots of competitions here. Competition, even in winter, because in summer the mountain has not snow. That's only in winter you can find snow in this beautiful mountain. Apart from that, the Andes Mountain is full of volcanoes. There are lots of volcanoes, and some people that say that it's good, but some of them, they are extremely active volcanoes. There are volcanoes everywhere. For example, in my city, in Santiago, you can find about 3 volcanoes. and one of them is extremely active. Yes, even in Chile, there are lots of volcanoes in the Andes mountain. I remember one of them that make an eruption in, let me see, 10 years ago. And the eruption was huge with a lot of damage because it was extremely powerful, the eruption, and the smoke crossed to the planet, and the smoke got to Australia. So you consider that. So the smoke of that volcano eruption travel around the planet, and some people could see the smoke in Australia. So imagine the power of that volcano. It's incredible. It was in the south of Chile about 10 years ago. The name of the volcano was, let me see the name of the volcano. I don't remember now, but it was a very powerful volcano. So what else? Here, let me see. The Andes mountain is, I consider, this is my personal opinion, and some people here in Santiago in Chile are totally agree with my impression. The Andes mountain is our natural GPS. What does it mean, natural GPS? Because it's very simple. Because, for example, if you are in Santiago, you see the mountain. Yes, the mountain is the east, and that's all. Yes, so where you are, you can, okay, where am I? I don't know. Okay, that is the mountain. So, okay, this is the east. So for that reason, is our natural GPS. You don't need a GPS because if you see the mountain, you are in the correct way. Yes, so this is good for our people. This is my city. This is Santiago. Yes, there are some buildings in my city, and this is a picture. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a recently picture, but this is the view from my city now. Yes, with the mountain, snow, beautiful place. Now I am going to show you a video on YouTube related to the Andes mountain. So let me see. I am going to stop the presentation here. Yes. Okay, are you watching the video? Yes. Maybe? Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay. Are you listening? Yes. Are you listening the music?
I cannot hear. I cannot hear the music. I think. Maybe Rodolfo, you can start your screen again. I mean, you can, yeah, restart again and start again and put an option with audio, I think. Okay. If you restart it again, share screen and
okay, no worries.
yeah, share sound only. Share sound. There is option share sound. Okay, can you find it? Okay, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, tick that. Okay, and then share. Yes.
Okay. Here we go again.
Yeah, start from the beginning.
Yes. Ready.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Now we can listen to the sound also.
The music. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Okay. That's the end of the presentation of the video. Let me see. So in the video, you can see lots of beautiful places. Some of them is called the multicolor mountain. Yes, it was an image with a mountain with color red, color yellow, and then green and orange. That is real. That is This is in Chile and Peru. That is called the colorful mountain, and the color are related with the minerals because there are lots of copper, there are lots of gold there. Yes, so according to the extraction, the mountain was covered by different colors. It's a beautiful place to visit. And next to the mountain, you can find one of the driest deserts in the world that is called the Atacama Desert. The Atacama Desert is located in Chile, in the north of Chile, is extremely dry because it never rains there, never. So according to the statistic, no rain in about 300 years in that place. So it's a very incredible place. And definitely in the Andes mountain, you can find beautiful animals. For example, one of them is the Chilean lion that called Puma, is a big cat. Is extremely dangerous. It lives in the mountain, and you can find lots of different deers. One of them is called the pudu. This is another Chilean animal, and beautiful place to visit. And obviously trees, different plants, and everything like that. So the mountain for me is important because as I told you before, when I wake up in the morning, I open my window. The first thing that I see is the mountain. So imagine that I open my window and I say, "Oh, beautiful mountain!" And let me see that is it possible to see my mountain now? No, because today is cloudy, so it's impossible to see the mountain from my window. But most of the time, the first thing that I see in the morning is the mountain, and that's me practicing trekking. Trekking is a very beautiful activity. I really like it. In the first picture, I am in a mount called El Carbón. Yeah, it's not so high like the Aconcagua. The Aconcagua is nearly 7,000 meters high. The Carbón is very small if you compare with the Aconcagua. The Carbón is about 1,000 and a half meters high. Then in the second picture is in another mount that is called, let me see, the name is Manquehue. Yes, their names in our language, their names in the Aboriginal language. El Carbón, Manquehue are not in Spanish, are names in the original language from the original people that live here long time ago. Yes, that called Mapuches. Yes, and the third one is practically in the mountain in a place that called let me see the name, Bahía Salada. That's the name in Spanish. So there, one of the activities that I practice there is trekking, and sometimes I go skiing, but I'm not good at skiing. I am not good at skateboarding. But anyway, I love the mountain. So for me, as a Chilean, Chilean person, the mountain is very important because it's everything related with me. Yes. So imagine that you are living in a city and you see the mountain most of the time. So it's so beautiful from north to south. Yes. So this is the end of my presentation. I hope you like it. So now I am ready for question. If you have any question, I am here to answer for you.
Okay, thank you, Rodolfo, for your beautiful presentation. I think it's very beautiful, yeah, beautiful view, beautiful mountain. So I just want to clarify that Andes Mountain is in the east of your country. It's in the east of Chile. Yeah. Okay. So if you, yeah, just like you said before that Andes Mountain is your natural GPS, Chilean's natural GPS. So whenever you see the mountain, so it means that you are in the west side of the mountain, I think.
Because, yes, exactly. Because exactly, because in Chile, the Andes is located in the east. Yes, yes, because we live in the middle of the mountain and the ocean.
Yeah,
we are
yeah,
living,
okay.
We are living between two important things.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're in the
east.
Yeah, you're in the between of the mountain and the mountain in the east side and what is it? The sea, yeah, I think the sea, the beach in the west side. Okay, okay, I can imagine. I can imagine. Okay, and
exactly. So we are living in the middle. So we live in the land. In the east, you can find the mountain, and then west, the Pacific Ocean.
Pacific Ocean, yeah. Okay.
Yes. So we are living between the two monsters because the Pacific Ocean is considered the biggest ocean all over the world.
And the volcano in the east side.
Here I have my. So look at that. The ocean is very. And this is here is the
Chile,
South America. Yes.
South America. Okay. And I'd like to ask you once again before the students. Yeah. Okay. I want to know about the god of Andes. We just said that the name is Inti. Is it correct? Inti or okay. And what is the meaning?
The Andes Mountain?
No, the Inti.
Inti.
What is it has? Does it have a certain meaning or just it is?
No. Inti is an original name from the Incas that is called sun.
Sun. Okay.
That's the meaning for Inti. Yes, sun. Yes, the sun. This is the correct translation because they are names in the original language for the people.
Okay, because in Bahasa Indonesia we also have the words inti. Okay, we have it also, and the meaning is core, the core. Inti is the core in Bahasa Indonesia. Okay, I think it is a little bit similar. Okay, and now we go to now we go to the question and answer for the from the students because I told the student the topic is about work values. Okay, so so the questions I think it will be related to work values from the students. Okay, okay. Now the first question is from Lydia. Okay, I think Lydia is already
Yes, Miss.
Okay, I will
Okay.
prepare the questions.
Yes, sir. I want to ask you about how to create an ideal work environment in your country. That's all.
So let me see. I have an interruption with the communication. Can you repeat again the question, please?
Can you repeat it, Lydia? What is your question?
How to create an ideal environment in your country, in your opinion.
Okay, in my opinion, how do I create
The
An
ideal work environment. I think.
You mean
Lydia.
ideal?
Ideal.
Ideal. Okay, sorry, I confused the word. Can you? I would like to. Can you write the word in the chat?
Lydia, can you write the word your questions in the chat box so we can read your questions together?
No worries, I have time.
Yeah. Have you written down your questions, Lydia?
Okay, now I am reading your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I understand now. Ideal work environment. Oh, good question. Good question. So first of all, I think that the preservation of the mountain is a very important task for the government. Yes. So the ideal water environment, if we consider the Andes Mountain as the first importance in our country, means ecology. Yes. So, for example, if you go up to the mountain, obviously you need to take your own bag and put the recycling things on it. So, in other words, to keep the place clean. Yes, this is very important because in the Andes Mountain, there's animals, there are wildlife, so it's important to preserve that. So in my opinion, how can I create ideal work environment is to be conscious that the Andes Mountain is important for everyone. Yes, so most of the time in the Andes Mountain, if you, for example, if you practice trekking is when you go up to the mountain, you can find trash bins at the enter, you can find trash bin in the middle. Obviously, there are some restroom there. Yes, but the important is to go from the path, because when you go up to the mountain, there is a path. Yes, and this is the way to go to the mountain, not not at random. Not, for example, okay, I'm going to go up to the mountain for this route. No, this is not correct. You need to follow the instruction, you need to follow the path. Yes, that this is good. So the ideal work environment is respect the rules and be conscious with the environment, especially the trash. Yes, especially the garbage. This is my answer. Good question. I love it. I love your question.
Okay.
Good point for you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Lydia, for your questions. Now the next questions, Elma. Okay, Elma is already here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, sir, I want to ask you. In Chile, is there inequality in the workplace between men and women?
Good question. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I would like to read your question again. I like when I read questions.
Yeah. Okay, Elma, can you write down your questions in the chat box. Okay.
So that's why I have more time to think about the answer.
Okay.
I am taking an advantage.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it is about equality between men and women in Chile. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Is that, yeah,
Good question. Good question. So now we are living in the 2023, and now the things are different, totally different. So we are not the best country in the world, but we are working for getting a good level of equality. So now in Chile, you can find lots of women working. You can find lots of women professionals. There are doctors, there are teachers, there are engineers, even in the government. In the government in Chile, so if you consider, for example, 30 years ago or 40 years ago, in the government was created with only men, but now women are in a really good place. So we are living in equality during these days. So you can find women everywhere. Yes, in different positions. Even so, in Chile, 6 years ago, we have a president, a woman president that is Michelle Bachelet. It was the first president in South America that was a woman. Yes, a woman in South American president. It was something different and new. And this is important thing. And now we are not only a center on women and men. Today in Chile, we are considered the third. So if I am a man and I like to be like a woman, today it's totally accepted because we are working in new laws. So for example, I am a teacher. Yes, I am a school teacher. And in my school, we have lots of parents that they are homoparental. Do you know what I mean? So, for example, not mother and father. So we have one man and another man, and then a child. Or, for example, one woman and then another woman and then a child. So today, Chile is living in an open-minded situation. So according to your question, I think that we are working on that. We are working. So the equality, we are trying to live it in the equality. So I think that we are trying to do the best things. So very good question. I love your question.
Yeah, Rodolfo, can I add more questions related to equality between men and women in Chile?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay. Is there any certain rules for the women? For the female workers? For example, if they are getting pregnant, maybe, or when they have to take care of their children, is there any certain rule for that?
Yes. So now in Chile, there are lots of privilege for being a woman. For example, if the woman is pregnant, there are some rules that protect the woman, and not only the woman, but they protect the child, the new child. So, for example, we have a medical leave for that woman. So there are about 6 months that the woman received to be with the child. So apart from that, they receive money from the government. So apart from that, they receive some food from the government. So we are working on that. You know why? Because Chile now is getting old. Yes, most of the people in Chile are getting old because most of the new generation, they don't like childs. They prefer to be alone, or maybe only one child for family. So this is new for us because according to the new statistics in Chile, the population is nearly 30 years and more.
Decreasing.
Exactly. So if you consider the population in Chile is not getting rise, so it's in the contrary. So there are lots of adult people, there are lots of old people. So the government is working in trying to change that.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah. And one more question, I think. How about taking care for the children? I mean, can female worker take their children, her children? I mean, her children to the workplace
Yes.
while working, and then while working and taking care of them, and at the same time.
Yes, so there are some rules in Chile. For example, they're called a playgroup. Playgroup is it's like preschool, but for childs that are about 2 years and 4 years. And for example, imagine that a woman need to work, she can take her child to the playgroup and stay there while the woman is working. So the woman can work without no problem because her child is taking care in the playgroup. Like it's a school, but especially for children that they're about 2 years and 4 years.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Rodolfo, for the question. Now we go to the next questions. Bagi suatu ilmiah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, hello, sir. I want to ask you how to deal with competition in the world of work.
Sorry, so can you repeat the question?
We can hear your questions clearly, Halisoto, because there is a background music there. Okay, so you can write it down in the chat box. It's a little bit noisy.
I like reading your questions.
Yeah.
I love reading your questions. So
Write your questions, Halisoto. Can you read the question, Rodolfo?
the question, okay,
Yeah.
yes, it's here now. How to deal with competition in the world of work? Yes. Good question. So let me see. So Chile now is mainly working in the schools, trying to prepare new generations, trying to prepare the new people that is going to rule this country in 30 more years, maybe. So for that reason, the world of war in Chile now is related with the first activity. The activity is mining. So Chile is a country that mining is very important. So there are lots of careers according to engineering, according to architecture. So that is the idea. So to create professionals for Chile that they are going to be part of the new system. So for that reason, the government in Chile is mainly working with the new generation, especially in the schools, especially in the universities. So as a country, we are working to give us equality for everyone. It's not easy. It's not easy because remember that we are living after the pandemic, and the pandemic was a real disaster, not only for you and only for everyone, for all the countries all over the world. We have lots of lost in the pandemic. So now the government is trying to work and especially focus on new generation, especially school. Yes, so that's the answer. I love your question.
Okay, thank you, Halisatul. Now we go to Suchi. The next question is from Suchi. I think Suchi is ready. Suchi. Okay, Suchi, where are you? Suchi. Did he leave? Did she
Hello,
leave? Oh, yeah. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, Mr. Rodolfo.
Yes.
Nice to see you. I want to ask you about work value. How do people advance in their jobs? Is advancement based on a competency or seniority? And does an easy to find a great job are
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, good, great. So I love reading questions.
Yeah.
So I would like to read your question. If you write it on the chat, it's better for me.
Suchi, maybe
So,
you can write it down write your question down in the chat box.
yes.
Suchi.
So good for you because you practice written English.
Practice both of
Yes.
skill, both written and
wanna
spoken.
job?
Kenapa? Suchi? Can you write down your questions in the chat box, Suchi? Okay. Still try. Okay, yeah. How do people advance in their job is advanced based on competency. Can you read it, Rodolfo?
Yes. Okay. Good question. So I love your question, but let me see. So yes, first of all, in Chile, it's important to study. Yes, you need to study in order to have a good job. Yes, because there are lots of people that they don't study and they do other things that the possibilities and the opportunities are not the same. But if you study, if you working in yourself in order to be prepared, you can find a very good job. Yes, you can find a very good job. So the salary, the wage in Chile, they are depends on your job. They are good. For example, people that work in medicine, yes, doctors, they earn a lot of money in Chile, so they have a very good situation, economic situation. Even teachers, as me, but depends on your curriculum. Yes, depends on you. Yes. So my advice is everything is up to you. Everything is up to you. If you want to be a very well prepared person, if you want to study, if you want to creating yourself, is good. You can get a very good job in Chile. And the in order to study in Chile, yes, you pay, for example, for the university, you pay for a good education, but anyway, there are opportunities if you don't have money. Yes, there are some opportunity if you don't have the support from your parents. So in my opinion, so depends on you. Yes, so depends on you if you want to earn a lot of money, if you want to build your own curriculum. Yes, so that's my answer.
Okay, can I add a question related to Suchi's questions, Rodolfo? Okay, related to current situation, especially after COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, is it easy, or is it still easy, or is it difficult to get a job? For the young people to get a job in Chile, is it easy, or does it become difficult?
Yeah, so it's easy if you have a well-prepared person. Yes, it's easy. For example, imagine that you study medicine. If you study medicine, you are going to work very soon. Yes, because there are lots of hospitals and clinics that they need doctors. So it's going to be very easy. Imagine that you study for being a teacher. You are going to get a job soon. Yes, because in Chile, we need teachers, we need people who works in a school. So, but now imagine that you study for being a dancer. Yes, maybe you can find a job in order to relate you with the dance, but I am not sure that the opportunities are the same. So in my opinion, you need to think about you need to think about what is completely demanded in Chile. Yes, so in that a situation, it could be easy. Yes, if you choose the right profession, maybe.
Okay, one more questions related to, okay, as you are a teacher, okay, you know the students, how about the motivation of the students to work? Okay, what are they motivated to become, maybe to become teachers, or maybe medical services or something? Okay, are they motivated enough to become, to be,
Yes,
yeah, okay, yeah, that's what.
I understand. For example, Pepe,
Yeah.
I am lucky. I am a very lucky person because I work in a school where my students have a lot of money. So some of them, they have the opportunity to travel around the world. For example, my student, when they are on vacation, they travel to United States, they travel to Europe. Yes, because they have the money, because their parents are some people that work in the government. There are some doctors. There are some lawyers. So for that reason, in my school, is a very big school. I mean, in a space, and my students are lucky because their parents have money. So in other words, I work in a private school. In a private school, because in a private school, a student or maybe parents pay for the education.
Yeah, I see. So the students.
So the opportunity for them are, in other words, they're ready. Yes, because they have everything. They have money, they have parents, they have the support. So they are lucky. In my case, it was different because my parents didn't have money. My parents worked in different jobs. So for that reason, I study in a public school. I didn't pay for my education. So I study in a public school. Then I continue studying. In other words, I continue studying. For that reason, I view myself as a teacher that I have more resources. So for that reason, I work in a school where my students have money. So I am lucky.
Okay, interesting, very interesting that I mean that your students are so lucky because they come from rich family. I think, yeah, from the wealthy family. Okay, they don't have anything to worry. They don't have to worry about the school tuition. They don't have to worry about their future, about their career. I think. Okay, I see.
Yes. So for example, maybe sorry. So for
Yeah,
example, maybe we have a field trip. We have a field trip every year, and the field trip is in London. My students travel to London to practice English there. So every year we have about 20 or maybe 30 students traveling to London, and they practice English in London. They move to Scotland. So I am lucky because I have the opportunity to participate in the program for 3 years. So 3 years I was in London with my student traveling. Some of them, they like shopping. But some of them, they're so intelligent and they prefer the culture. So they are lucky. Definitely, they are students.
Is it similar to study tour, maybe study tour to London, study tour to Scotland? Okay. Okay, interesting to hear your experience as a teacher. Okay, now next questions, I think from Tiara. Tiara, are you there? Okay, Tiara. Tiara? Dewi Mutiara? Okay. Dewi Mutiara, are you still there? Okay, if Tiara is still, I think Tiara still have trouble with the internet connection, so we move to Yeni first, and then we return to Tiara after this. Yeni.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
I want to ask you, what are the best work values a candidate must have in order to work for a Chile company?
Good. Let me see.
Qualification.
Let me see. So in Chile, you can find different companies. Yes, different companies. And I mean, the companies, they need people really well qualified. Yes. So with good competence. So if you, for example, let me see. Now in Chile, most of the people are working in the lithium extraction, as I told you before, because lithium is so important because people in China, people in Japan, they need lithium for the smartphone batteries. So if you work in that companies, maybe you can earn a lot of money. Yes, because everything related with the extraction of lithium is involve a lot of money here in Chile. So you need to be competent for that kind of work, mainly engineering, maybe architectures and something like that. So that is the opportunity what we are living in this country. That's my answer.
Okay, and how about the foreigners? The foreigners, I mean, can the foreigners like Asian or outside the other people from outside Chile can work? Can they work in any company in Chile?
Yes, you can find people from everywhere. Yes, you can find people from Asia. Yes, you can find people from United States. Yes, I think that the Chilean government has a program to immigrate in our country. Yes, remember, as I told you before, in Chile they are not babies, so the people are getting old. For that reason, Chile has a program to participate and receiving people. But now we have another problem because in South America, there was a problem in a country that called Venezuela. Venezuela has a very complicated a political situation that there are lots of people from Venezuela in the rest of South America. So Chile received a lot of people from Venezuela, and now they are not living in a very good situation. Yes, they are not in a good place because there are lots of people that they are here in Santiago and they have economical problems. So it's important to tell you that Chile is not the country that you can find everything, because we have another reality, that is immigration. Yes, but this is not a formal immigration, because the people from Venezuela come here to our country not in a formal way, not they don't pass from the customs, so they cross the mountain. Now we have the mountain. They cross the mountain, they cross the desert, the Atacama Desert, sorry. So now they are in Chile. Yes, and we have a lot of people from that country that they are trying to work, they are finding a new job, but they are not living in a very good conditions because they are not legal in Chile. They are illegal. But if you want to apply for a job in Chile, you maybe you can need to apply from the government, and remember that Chile are receiving people that they have very good curriculums. I mean, in medical, according to mining, this is the way to apply for a country. Yes, with the legal way, not trying to take a plane and then stay there for no, because you are going to be in troubles.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you for the question, for the last question. And then I think Tiara is ready to ask her questions. Okay. Tiara, what is your questions?
Okay. Okay, sir, I want to ask you, what is the role of the education and training system that support career development in Chile?
Okay, yes. So I would like to read your question. Can you write it on the chat, please?
Yes. Tiara?
Yes.
Okay, Tiara, it's already appeared. The question from Tiara.
Yes. Okay, what is the role of education and training system that support careers development? Okay. So good question, first of all. The role of education and training system is important because in Chile, there are different programs. For example, if you have advantages in a skill, maybe you can continue studying in an international university. Yes, so Chile has a lot of connection with other universities in the world. What I mean is, imagine that you are studying medicine and you are good because you have new ideas, because you are a very good student. So the Chilean government say, hey, you are very good in medicine. Yes, because you have a lot of advantages. So you can apply for a scholarship or a grant, and then they move to another country to continue studying. So this is very good because it's not only centered in Chilean education of if you are a very good student, you can continue studying in, for example, in United States, in Europe, in Spain, because the Chilean government has a lot of relation with other universities all over the world. For example, I am going to use my own example. 10 years ago, I was studying according to education in Chile, and then I applied for a scholarship and I won that scholarship and I traveled to Australia. So I lived in Australia for about 6 months. I was there in Sydney because the government paid me my education to continue study in Sydney. So it changed my life. Yes, because only 6 months changed my life because I could see another culture, I could see another way of people. So it was extremely wealthy for me. So it was fabulous to me. So for that reason, the Chilean education not only support education in Chile. So if you are a good student, you can move to another country. So now there is another reality because some other students prefer to stay in that country, and some of them, they don't come back. They prefer to stay abroad. So This is another story. Yes, some of them stayed for example, in United States, they stay there, and sometimes they come back. So it's good.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Tiara, for the questions. Now we move to Juliana. Is Juliana here? Yeah, Juliana Rahmaria. Okay, what is the question, Juliana? Okay, Juliana, I can hear your voice. Okay. Are you still mute? Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. I want to ask, in Chile, is there a minimum wage system for workers? And what jobs do you think are most popular in Chile?
Yeah, I like. Could you write a question on that, please?
Write the question, Juliana. Already appear there in Chile. Is there a minimum wage system, minimum salary? I think. Let's see. Okay. Have you read the questions, Rodolfo? It already appeared.
Yes. Good question. Okay. Yes, there is a minimum wage in Chile, but in my opinion, to live with the minimum wage is not easy. Yes, it's a little bit difficult because now the cost of life is getting rise. So the minimum wage, let me see, to be honest, let me see how much is it, the minimum wage. Okay, let me see. I am checking down because I'm going to be with. Let me see. Okay. Okay, yes. Okay, the minimum wage in Chile now is about, let me see, is about $700 monthly. Yes, $700. Yes, $700. Yes, monthly. Yes. Monthly. So if you earn, so I'm going to write in the here, $700 monthly. Yes. So if you earn $700 monthly, yes, maybe it's difficult to pay the rent. Maybe it's difficult to eat. It's not easy, I think. But two people with $700, that means $1,500 monthly, maybe it could be better. Yes, so two people with this amount of money, maybe they can live in a house, in an apartment. Yes, that is the relation. According to teachers, for example, teachers in Chile, as I told you before, there are different levels for teachers. Yes. For example, if you work in public education, your salary or your wage is going to be low. But if you work in private education, maybe your wage is going to be good. So, for example, in public education, teachers, let me see, earn about around, yes, this is an approximation, about $1,000 and $1,500 about wow. Monthly. Yes, but if you work in private education, maybe you can earn more. Yes, maybe the salaries are over $3,000 monthly. Yes, so It's a very big difference. So according to the most popular jobs in Chile, yes, popular. You can work, for example, in transportation. You can work in industries, factories. These are the more popular in Chile. Factories, transportations. There are lots of people, even in shopping centers. For example, you can work as a sales person. There are lots of people because the shopping centers in Chile, they're everywhere. So the most common are related in transportations, populars in shopping centers, and that's all. That's the answer.
Okay, Rodolfo, I need to clarify once again that $700 is the minimum wages in Chile for workers.
No, $700 is the minimum for workers. $700. Yes, for example, a person. Yes, for example, a person who works in transportation, $700. A person who works in like a salesperson in a shopping center, $700.
How about the teacher? How about the teacher? How many around how many dollars will they get?
Yes, so teachers, if you work in public education, about around $1,500 monthly. Yes, but if you work in private education, over the $2,000, over $3,000 monthly.
Okay, I think it's still better than Indonesian teacher, but I think the payment for the Indonesian teacher, most of teachers
for example,
here.
Sorry. For example, I work in a private school. I can buy my own car. I live in my apartment. I can travel. I love traveling, so I can pay my. For example, last year I paid my vacation. I went to New York. Then I moved to San Francisco. Beautiful places, and now I am going to travel again. So next month I'm going to be in Europe again. I will visit France. Then I'm going to move to Brussels. So that's that you can pay if you work in a private education.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's a lot of money for any teachers here. Yeah, for most teachers here, because most teachers here are still underpaid. Okay, are still underpaid.
So for me, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot because I need to work every day, every single. It's not a lot, but thanks to God, I can pay for that, and I am happy. Yes, because I have the opportunity to work here. So that's the reality here.
Okay. That's the question from Juliana. Now we go to Farah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the question, Farah?
Hello, sir. I wanna ask you about the value of work. What about when there is a work accident? Are there any benefit from the company or factory where you work?
I think it's
benefit for the company
related to insurance. Insurance, if you have accidents in your workplace, is there any insurance or something related to the accidents that happen to you?
Yes. Yes, so in Chile, yes, all the people that work in a legal way, their insurance for that in case of accidents, in case of illnesses, even for example, during the pandemics, some people that they have the COVID-19, some people they have the government pay money for them, for the medicines, for being in the house. So yes, you can find lots of benefits if you work in a legal place, because you receive a money, and definitely yes, there are some benefits, like as I told you before, insurance. And here in Chile, it is important to say that in Chile, for example, the health is divided into different places, same as education, public and private. Yes. So, for example, if you have money, you can pay the good health, and maybe you can go to the clinic. In the clinic, everything is perfect, doctors, people, everything works. But if you don't have the money, you can go to the public health hospitals, and the hospital is another story. Yes, it's totally different. You have to wait. They are not doctors, they are not medicine. Some people are claiming because they're nothing. But if you have the money, you can pay a good health and you can be sure. So this is the difference. So I am not happy about that, because in my opinion, I consider that in Chile there are money for everyone. No, in Chile you can divide. If you have the opportunity to have money, you are here, and if you don't have the opportunity to have money, you are in the other side. So it's not good. I am not happy about that, because there is a division.
Yeah. The similar thing also happened in Indonesia, so I can imagine. Okay, I can relate it. And then okay, now we go to Melita. Is Melita here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Melita. What is the question?
Do people there tend to choose jobs based on their hobbies, or maybe working just to earn the money? Thank you.
Yeah.
Based on the interest or hobbies, or just for
Good
survival.
question. Yes, good question. For example, now in Chile, there are lots of young people. They are worked as influencer. Do you know what is an influencer?
Yes, we have many influencers here in Indonesia. Influencer YouTube, influencer Instagram.
So in Chile, there are young people. They are getting a lot of money. There are a lot of money earned every day. A lot of money, because they are working about exactly online. They are recording videos from well, I don't know, maybe from Instagram or TikTok. So some people in Chile that they have new ideas and they are related with their hobbies, they can earn a lot of money. So they're lucky, because they are working. Some of them, they don't study. So, for example, you don't need to study for being an influencer. It's not necessarily you need to study for that, because they're not a university to teach how to be an influencer. It's something that is up to you. But anyway, they have the opportunity and they earn a lot of money. So, in my opinion, is a very, very good opportunity. So, is it possible? Yes, definitely, it is possible to work according to your own interests and hobbies. For example, let me see. 5 years ago in Chile, they create some apps from the smartphone, and the apps were related with the tourism, and some people create this app in Chile, and now those people, they're earning a lot of money. So incredible. So is it possible? Definitely it is. And not even in Chile, I think that everywhere, in United States, in London, if you have new ideas, because we are talking about innovation. Yes, if you innovate, if you create something new, it's not only good for Chile, it's good for the world. So my invitation for you is try to innovate every time.
Okay, is it enough, Melita? I think it is clear enough, yeah, Melita, yeah. Okay, so you can work based on your interest also. We don't have, okay, based on your hobby. Okay, now the last questions, Rodolfo, because it's already more than an hour. Okay, so I think last question is from Laila. Is Laila here? Okay, Laila, what is your question, Laila?
Hi, sir.
Hello.
I want to know, is there any agencies to help job seeker there? And what are the most demand job in Chile right now?
Sorry, the most?
Is there
Most
any
demand.
agency? Oh, the most demand job, the most demanding job.
Yeah, good question. The most demand job. Let me see. I think that, as I told you before, there are lots of people working
Medical.
in a shopping center.
Yeah,
So
also different.
exactly, there are lots of people working in that activity. That means commerce. Yes, in commerce. Exactly. For example, here in Chile, you can find a lot of shopping centers, and there are people working there. So if you go to a shopping center and offer your job, maybe you can find it. But in my opinion, the jobs that you can earn a lot of money, they are not related with the commerce. I think that in another spectrum, I think maybe in as I told you before, in medicine, in mining. But anyway, you can find jobs in different types of ways, I think. That's my answer.
Okay, I think the first question from Laila about the agency. Is there any agency to help the job seekers in Chile?
Agency too?
To help the job seekers.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. I think that there are. Yes, maybe if you find it on internet, maybe you can find it, but I'm not sure about that. Pepe, I'm not listening to you.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to unmute. Okay, Laila's question is the last questions for you, Rodolfo. So I think this is the end of our meeting. Nice to help you again here for the second time. Yeah, but different students, yeah. And I think okay, before we close this meeting, before I end this meeting, we need to take picture together with Rodolfo. So students,
I would
guys,
like
please,
to.
Please open
So
your camera.
sorry,
Yeah,
Pepe.
yeah.
Sorry, is it possible to share my Instagram? If I would like to, if you have any question, and I would like to be in contact with you. I am going to be in Europe, so I am going to upload some
photos, some pictures.
Yes, from my new adventure.
Yeah. You can share your Instagram account here.
Yes, that's my Instagram. If you want to follow me, no problem. If you want to ask me some questions, I'm going to be there. Remember that we have 11 hours of difference.
Yeah.
So if you write me at 3 p.m. in your house, I am going to be sleeping in that day. So remember there are 11 hours of difference. So that's my Instagram. Yes, rody.gd.
Okay, I think I also have tagged you on my post on Instagram. So I think the students have already know your account. So everyone please follow Rodolfo. Yeah, Rodolfo accounts on Instagram.
Yes.
I think all of you have already known.
I am ready for the photo. Let me.
Okay, Fala, can you help me, please? Okay, where are the male students here? Only Fala appears here. Okay, repeat it. Okay. You have repeat here. And the others are female students. Okay, are you ready, Fala?
Beautiful.
Beri aba-aba, Fala, beri aba-aba. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait.
Okay, thank you, Fala. Thank you, the students here for coming to this meeting this evening, and thank you so much for Rodolfo for your clear explanation about your and also for your beautiful presentation about the Andes Mountain, about the Chilean culture and the others. Okay, thank you so much, and looking forward to invite you again. We are looking forward for seeing you again here, maybe next year or the next 2 years. I don't know. Okay. I hope you don't you don't mind if I invite you again next time. Okay,
No worries.
okay, thank you so much for today. You can leave this room, Rodolfo. Okay, see you next time. Goodbye.
My pleasure.
Okay, yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
Everyone, please say
Bye-bye.
thank
See
you
you.
and say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
Rodolfo.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
sir.
See you.
Yes,
Bye-bye.